Yeah, I just decided to lay down. Ugh, I'm drowning out, y'all. I'm drowning out. I figured something would fly by. There's something up there. I feel like it's watching me. Is it the third eye atlas? Rah. No, oh man, look, the sun's over here. Blake Smith, how you doing? Yeah, I figured I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna chill out and lay down. Yep, your dog right here. I am, I'm laying on the ground. He don't want to go out there somewhere. Something is out. I had to get a ride to the store today. Man, I should have laid. I need to stay laying down. But on the way back, I had to get some propane and some diesel and some gasoline and some sugar. I had to fight off all the EBT rioters. But yeah, but we're come over the hill to what is it? We come over the hill in my driveway. You know, it's going down the hill, and it's got a little creek in it. But anyhow, you gotta come about a quarter way down the hill. But anyhow, something ran across the road, and I barely caught it out of the corner of my eye because I had reached down to grab my bags that I had in the floorboard. And she goes, "Did you see that?" I said, "Well, I kind of saw something." And she goes, "It was big and black." I go, "Ah, it was just probably a cat." And she goes, "It was bigger than a cat." She goes, "It was black. It had a long tail." And she said it was about knee high. I go, "Well, I didn't think it was that big, because I barely, I mean, you know what I mean? I'm looking out the windshield and I see my driveway. And I guess as soon as I go to glance down, it came out like my yard and went across the road. But I didn't see anything but it on the other side of the road going into the woods. You know what I mean? It's like some knee high brush there. So I just figured it was a cat, you know, because there's some good sized cats around here. And she told me it was bigger than that. And then she said it looked like a panther. And then I was like, well, and I pointed. I said a quarter mile from where we stand right here, I could take you to a panther den with a panther that was living in it when I filmed it. And you can hear it growling. You can hear that sucker growling while it's video. I couldn't hear it with my ears. I heard some at first, and I thought that kind of sounded like my stomach. But I didn't feel my stomach do anything right. So I figured because of all the valleys and stuff. I mean, these valleys run into valleys, so sound can travel for miles. I figured, well, it must be an 18 wheeler and some jack brakes somewhere or something. Or it could have been a jet. You know how a jet would go. I just blew it off as something like that. But something told me not to get up there because that den was like a big old cedar tree, man. I'm talking about as wide as you can reach. And it looked like it got cut down with a chainsaw, but it was hollow. So they just left it laying. Would you imagine a cedar tree you can't wrap your arms around laying there hollow beside the creek I'm talking about? And before I found this, I ran into two separate packs of deer. The first pack I ran into, I don't know, it's probably 14, 15 deer in it. And the second pack was like 16 or 18. And that was in like less than a 3 acre radius. And it wasn't the same deer. Oh, I'm all crooked, ain't I? Who we got over there? Carlo? Hey, how you doing? I can't hardly see Christina. How you doing? Yeah, I can't hardly see, y'all. She's looking for something. There's probably, you hear those cats over there. I mean, cats. Those squirrels making that warning noise. Because there's probably some cats over there. Yeah, I've been out. Yeah, that's why I'm laying down on the ground. Oh, my dog, she's laying down there. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna lay down and look up. Oh, let's do that for a while. Get the camera out, the planes go away. Is everything upside down if I go that way? Yeah, my hand's shaky. Now let me see if I can read something. She's always on alert. There's deer out there, man. There's so many deer out there. The other day, the other day we were walking. We were not going anywhere. The other day we were walking out there. She gets way ahead of me, like I'd say 100 feet, and but she'll go like it's uphill that way, right? Well, these deer, like I got a salt block somewhere. Where's it at? You think I could see it, but there's a salt block. This trail goes. There's like a salt block right in there somewhere. I don't hunt them. When I had the money, I was putting corn out there with the salt blocks. I just wanted to feed them. But they come through this little valley here and up there. I don't know if you can see that ridge. There's a road. That is above the road. They actually cut out the side of the hill because the ridge is the same height on the other side. You can't see a car go by right there. I mean, it's crazy. Anyhow, there's like a channel. And to be honest with you, I think there's like a piece of asteroid buried in the ground there. But where was I going with this? Yeah, they're not. Well, I saw them out. Look, I tried to make a video. I had 5 airplanes on camera at one time. Three of them were making, well, two of them were making longer trails. One of them was like making looked like a regular trail, and the other two were like leaving nothing. It's crazy. But then I run out of memory on this phone. So, what you doing? Man, it started to feel pretty good today. It's like 63 degrees in West Tennessee. Sound tired, don't I? Whew. Lay back down and rest, y'all. Oh, I thought that thing said add a DNA sticker. I'm like, what? No, it's saying add a Q&A sticker. Yeah, them planes all Action Jackson, how you doing? Those planes kept flying all the time. Matter of fact, I hear one now. Yeah, that's a crazy thing, man. And look, those things couldn't even be 5,000 feet up. Some of them, a lot of them that I see out here. Swear to shit. Like that car right there. You'll finally see it come out right there. But from about that point, the road goes way down. I mean, you can't see a car until it gets right about there, and then it's like, well, right about there, then it pops out. Crazy, be good. What are you doing? I cut all these trees down right here. That used to be a field, now it's got trees in it. I gotta get some sunlight in here because, man, with all the, I guess you call it geoengineering, if you can't say the C word, that means you're a conspiracy nut. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, they did us the other day before it rained. You can tell. You can tell. Well, they're not doing it like 3 days before now. They're doing it like the day of. Like the shit's coming tonight, so they're doing it in the morning. Yeah. Oh. And these daggum brand new boots are starting to wear out. I haven't even really worked on them. I've been out here in the woods. You tell me, and the soles are about gone. Look, I'll show you. Look, you hear the car, right? See, they start popping. So that road goes down right through here. That hill, that is like, I would say 10 foot above the roof of a car or a truck. You know, just a regular pickup truck. And then it tapers down, but by the time it tapers down, I'm still, look, I can stand up. This is, I mean, this goes downhill, but that road is cut even deeper. And I can stand up here on top of that hill, and I'm like 15 foot above the top of the roof. I'm probably like 25 foot above the road. It's crazy. I don't know why I'm talking about. They got them deer come across through here and right up through here. You know, down there. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Me and Ouija were out there. And Ouija, I gotta keep eye on her. And I guess the deer heard her before they heard me. But I had stopped moving before they'd look my direction or something. Oh, she's like, oh, look, she's watching y'all see her. she tries to blend in. She's like a cat. I'm crazy and stuff. But anyhow, I'd seen the deer's head move and look my direction while I was already perfectly still, right? So they didn't know what to do because they didn't see me moving anymore. I knew they couldn't smell me. I know I wasn't making any noise, but they could, I don't know, I wasn't blending in, you know what I mean? But I wasn't moving. I wasn't making any sound. And I wasn't really visual, but I was. But anyhow, they kind of moved around a little bit, and then they stopped. And then Luigi started coming my way, and they watched her walk right past me. And I mean, these deer were like 50, nah, I wouldn't say 50, they were probably more like 68 foot. It's like a fawn and a with a mom and a little fawn. But the mom is little. The mom looks like an older fawn. It's weird. Unless it's two fawns, two generations. I don't know. I'm just a scientist, not a whatever you call a study of wildlife. I'm just a rescuer of wildlife. I saw Squirmy, it's not Squirmy, Squirrely. She's doing all right. She's kind of turned wild. Ouija. Oh, she went. She's blending in. It's hard to see her. She looks like part of that tree trunk right there. See, she knows when I'm watching her. She will move. You'll see where she's at, right? She's like a tiger. And she'll do this if I stop. She'll keep that distance. It's like she's a sentry or something, you know what I mean? Like a guard. She'll keep that perimeter distance. But if I get up right now and start walking that direction, she'll start walking the direction I'm going. Right now, she's in the wait mode. That dog is crazy. See, she done sat down. She ain't trying to blink. She ain't what? Where's my finger? Look, y'all, my daggone fingers. I had to clean out that Chinese diesel stove. It had so much soot. My daggone fingers, man, it's so dry. It's like 15% humidity here. And my humidity gauge in the house is showing like 6% humidity. I'm like, God, we're drying out. This daggone, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're just soaking the moisture out of the world or what. The third eye atlas will save us all. All right, let's go check on this salt. Y'all see, she'll stand up in a second. Oh man, I ain't got any cigarettes on me. I'm gonna have to end. I don't have any cigarettes. What are you doing, Luigi? Yeah, Bigfoot lives back here. Whew, I'm about tired. Man, I need to pick something to eat. See, she sits there, she takes off. And if she gets too far ahead, she'll stop and turn around and look. And if I ain't moving, she won't move. Now, if I get a certain distance, she starts walking. I was making some salted peanuts for the squirrels. Oh, the deer. Wait, let's don't go up there. You hear that dog? You hear that dog? Yeah, it's kind of this kind of weather here when the sun comes out after it's been cold like that. those snakes come out. They'll be laying out in that sun because they've been cold for some weeks, I guess. Well, see, this is all uphill. This is and right there's like right there's a big brown hump and all this stuff. What it is, it's like there's a crater over there, right? And something hit inside the crater wall, and all this was like, I mean, it should be level land, like up here or high, you know what I'm trying to say. But anyhow, this stuff got blasted out because I got meteorite fragments all up this trail right here. Meteorite fragments, man. I've got pieces of diamond. They're diamonds, but they're like so small. But they're pyramid, like two pyramids put together on their ends. That's how I realized they're diamonds. I googled what kind of crystal looks like a two four-sided pyramids attached at the base. And it pops up diamonds. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But all this ground is full of little bit. I'm talking about like grains of sand. That crap. Everything. Yeah, I don't know how many. I can't keep these deer around here. I'm lucky to see them. You know what I mean? But what's weird is I learned this, believe it or not, from that dog right there. Her sniffer got to going one day. I was like, what is she sniffing? So I tried to start sniffing, see what I could smell that was different than what one catching my attention, right? So I started sniffing. And, when I first saw her sniff, I know which way the wind was coming from. So I was kind of, you know what I'm saying? And I started smelling something, and I'm like, huh. And then I realized it kind of smelled like I don't know, a clean, fresh horse barn with a horse living in it. And then there's the live deer right there. I mean, we're right there within, 30 feet of them. So I could, but then it's weird. I can smell where they've been and I can smell when they're near. It's crazy. To me, it's got like a goat yard smell where they usually bed down or use the bathroom a lot. I guess they use the bathroom where they bed down. I don't know. But they always out here pooping in about the same spots all the time. But I can't say they're bedding down. I don't think these deer out here stay in one place all night. Hell, out here, I put the spotlight out there. There's at least 16 deer the other night. There's so many oak trees. There's so many daggum acorns out here. Look, if I go up this way, I'm already getting on. There's so many acorns on the ground, man. Can you see all of them? Look, there's deer poop right there. I guess they poop where they eat. Look at all them acorns, man. Look at all them there acorns. Look at them acorns right there. I'm losing it, y'all. And I ain't got a cigarette to smoke on. Oh, and my back just went out. I've only been around this. Looky there. Looky there. What is it? Oh, at first I thought that was mushrooms, but it's daggum acorns. Them daggum acorns. Hey, I've had wild deer before, several different occasions. I've had wild deer walk up to me, to my hand. I've had my hand out, and I've had them come up and sniff my fingers. Up in Paris, Tennessee, man, I had found this shrub that had all these berries on it, right? And I was going to go back up there with a bag and collect some berries. So when I went back up there with a bag, I come around the bend about where the bushes were. And there's like these three horses sitting there, but they're kind of weird. They wasn't really big enough to be a horse, but they're bigger than a pony, you know what I mean? And I was facing them in their ass end. I hadn't seen the whole front of them yet. And when I come on around, turns out them sucker daggum like some sort of mule elk or something, mule deer, I don't know. But they were built like horses almost. And man, I was standing right there with them, and they didn't run or nothing. They just looked at me and kept on munching, and then they just kind of started walking off. I was like, well, that's crazy as hell. I mean, if I had a saddle, you could have put a saddle on, man. I've seen a moose in, where was that at? Stanton, Tennessee? Is that where it at? I think it was Stanton. Coming out of Longtown, out of Somerville. It's north of Somerville. On what highway is that? 70? Can't remember, man. It's been a long time ago. But yeah, same day I got a moose standing in somebody's driveway. It was crazy as hell. Let's show you what this peckerwood did to the cedar tree. I'm about tired, y'all. I marched 200 miles yesterday celebrating Veterans Day. What is that? There's a hole to the other side of the world. I mean, I've been noticing square holes. This one here looks kind of rectangle. I mean, what? Where's that? What the hell is this? Give it scale. There's my hand. Who knows? Who knows? The other day, see me and Ouija come up through here at like, well, the sun's not all, you know what I mean? It's enough sunlight. But man, right about here, I didn't see him, and Ouija wound up. I don't guess she saw him, but I don't know if there's some sort of coyote dogs or wolf dogs or what. But the one that ran off looked like coyote, but it was big like a wolf. And the other one that was standing right there, like 10 foot from Ouija, and I'm like way back here. Where the, I'm like way back here. Ouija's like right here. The other dog's 10 foot from her. I'm like, no, Ouija, no. And if I walk toward her, it'll make her go toward that dog. And I'm just, and I'm watching the other one, and there was a third one that was like up in there, and it went off. That one going up the hill, it kind of shot across through there. You know, I'm watching all this while and Ouija charged it, and it took off, and it kind of had a weird looking, like, reminded me of like, I don't know how to explain it, like a Rottweiler St. Bernard color, but a Rottweiler St. Bernard build kind of. It was weird. But Ouija kind of ran it off. I just got to yell Ouija, and she stopped, but she stopped way up there. She knows the property lines pretty much. And that's the only thing that saves me half the time is that dog. She's old. She's like 11 years old or more. Look what this peckerwood did to this damn cedar tree. Huh. Look, that's some big holes. See my hand? That's some big holes. Even that hole. I don't know where you get that from in that cedar tree. I mean, it's like a pile of sawdust down there, splinters. I still got people in here. Oh, but anyhow, here I am. Ouija, come on. I don't want to go too far up there. I don't know. I don't keep my dog on a chain or in a pen or anything. But there's a Ouija. Come on, Ouija. She's way Ouija. I've got to be so aware. But anyhow, what I'm trying to say is this dog's with me 24/7. So even though I'm letting her run loose, she's under complete supervision of me at all times. You know what I'm saying? These other people around here, they don't care. They got outside dogs. They might not have fed in a year. Them dogs are out here fending for themselves. And that ain't no lie. I live out here in Hillbilly Town. I'm gonna start recording songs. I just need to learn how to play. I got a violin. I just ain't. I want to take it apart so bad. Yeah, it's crazy. It's brand new. I want to take it apart so bad because I want to paint it. It's Chinese made anyhow. They messed up when they sat there and stained it. I mean, you would think the very top of the neck up there evidently was laid in a trough kind of thing that held the wood or whatever when they stained it. You know, that dark cherry or whatever it is. Easy, what are you doing? Ouija, look, Ouija, Ouija, Ouija. One y'all see her eyeball. But it's just raw wood, no stain, and I don't have any stain that mimic it. So I'm like, man, I might as well go ahead and do me some, what the hell is that? Do some translucent. See, they're always messing with me. They know I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean, however, PTSD from law enforcement, man. See, there's a road that runs up on top of this ridge up there. I'm probably a good, I don't know. From where I was at down there is about, I would say 25 foot lower. From down there where I was at, where is that? Down there. If I was standing where I'm at here at that spot, I would be like 20 foot above me. You know what I mean? I'm going up the side of the hill, y'all. Man, I've seen so many cop chases out here. They're chasing me one time. I'm standing in the driveway talking to my buddy. I go, because he lived up here on top of this road. I go, man, these cops are after somebody. They're flying around. I'm like, damn. He goes, yeah, I see them fly by. And they're flying by me. And it's like, damn, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. Then all of a sudden, them motherfuckers stopped in my driveway and jumped out. I got a cable across the drive. I go, hey, y'all stop. They said, we're doing a traffic stop. I'm like, what the hell? I've been standing in the driveway watching these jokers run back and forth. And what it was, I left the dude's house up here on my motorized bicycle. I went down. There's a big hill, man. But that day I didn't. I only got like 40, and the speed limit's 55. Anyhow, and then I got turned to come up this road and go to my driveway. When I was coming down that hill, those cops were at the stop sign, and I turned up here, and I was just driving normal. Pulled my driveway, parked the bike, called my buddy up to let him know I made it. And that's when those cops went flying by. I go, hey, cops are after somebody. They had the lights on, sirens. They were running like 89 mile an hour. Went down through here. He goes, yeah, one just shot by. And one was coming back down the hill that way. And that went this way, come down that hill, come up this way. And then the one that shot down that way, he went that way. And it was so crazy. And it was me they were after because they said I was on a motorcycle. They arrested me for a half hour because I was refusing. I was like, man, fuck y'all. I tried to get them to identify themselves. One of them did. And the other one said, just call me Bob. I go, what? Bob the dickhead? And he didn't say no. So that's how, oh, there's one of these things. Get on there. It's hard as hell to use these. Yeah. Is that one of them assassin beetles? He was looking for the last meal on me. He got a big old fang on, man. I can't see my screen. There's a shadow. Huh. The sun got on my screen and I them things. I wouldn't want to get bit by one of those. Oh yeah, it is. They made it illegal in Tennessee. In Tennessee, as long as the motor meets the requirements, a motorized bicycle is considered a bicycle with two exceptions. You must have valid driver's license and you must wear a Department of Transportation helmet. But other than that, it's just a regular old bicycle. See what I'm saying? It's a scam, man. See, what happened was Tennessee got real, they got suspend people's license. They're still doing it. Look what they did to me. But if I got on a motorized bicycle because of their law, even though it says, but see, this is how you could beat it in court. If you didn't do anything illegal on the bicycle to be stopped in the first place, you shouldn't be getting stopped. Because the 14th Amendment gives you safe passage without fear of being stopped on any public road or highway. You see what I'm saying? So unless you just got out there and got ran over or, you ran into somebody's vehicle, you caused damage or harm. Ouija, come here, come here. This dog played a trickaroo on me. Ouija. I gotta talk to her like that. Them other dogs smelt her. She went around this way like she was headed back to the house. Then she circled up in the woods and went up that way. That little sneaky little Ouija. I told her a story about her. She likes it when I tell her. I go, you remember me when you were in Mama Dog? Because Mama Dog wasn't my dog. But Mama Dog come around me and I'd pet her and talk to her and I called her Mama Dog. Then they had a little brown dog hung around Mama Dog. They were a team. The mother daughter team, man. They hunted rabbits and all sorts of crazy shit. But anyhow, when that dog had the puppies and they were weaned, the owner brought the puppies by to see if I wanted one. Well, Ouija wound up in my hands like 3 different times. And that third time, there were 6 puppies. And the third time, he's like, looks like she picked you. And I was like, all right. And then I couldn't name her. I tried for 2 weeks calling her Princess and, just nice names, right? She wouldn't answer to anything. But she was crazy as hell. I mean, she got mad. She got bit by some fire ants one time and just went face first in the nest, biting and snapping and digging. Yeah, because she got bit on her paw once. And this one, she was a puppy. She'd chew on, barbed wire and daggum briar bushes and glass and cans. So I finally one day I was like, you're like something out of a Ouija board. But before I could say bored, she took off running and jumped in my lap. So I let her get back across the room and I said, Ouija. She turned around, ran, and jumped in my lap. So that's how she got named Ouija. She picked me to be an owner and picked her own name. I think Ouija just means like hidden news or something like that. I'm not sure. Paris Logan, how you doing? I know my nose is drying up. My throat. I need to get something to drink. Oh, I was gonna show y'all this tree got hit by lightning a long time ago. There's so many trees that's been hit by lightning around here. It's crazy. This tree is basically kind of hollow. Lightning gutted it out. Lightning burned that sucker out at one time. Termites are up in there. Yeah, she named herself. I tried naming her all sorts of nice stuff for her. I called her Precious and Princess, and it was like I wasn't even talking to her. But she would go crazy and attack me and jump. And then she'd jump off of me like she was possessed. And I was like, man, I'm thinking in my head, this is something that jumped out of a Ouija board. And that's what I started to say to her. I go, you're like something out of a Ouija. And before I could say bored, she'd turn around and come running. And ever since, man, that dog's got like I can control her about like you can control 4-year-old. I'll take that back. Probably 5-year-old. 4-year-old might be a little too young. I got her on like verbal command to use the bathroom, and just it's weird. I mean, I don't abuse that. You know what I mean? It's like I just talk to her. She knows different words, and I try to explain to her like if I put up, I go 1 minute, or if I say a few minutes, I'll put up like 3 fingers. You know, or if I do like that, I say hang on. She'll sit there. She knows what those different times mean. Hang on kind of means either I'll be right back or just hang on. You know what I mean? I'll be back, but I don't know when. That's what hang on means. And that's when those ears go up on her and she's like, oh, what's going on? I'm dead serious. Because hang on usually means I'm checking something out. I mean, a dog's got vocabulary, but I can tell her to, use the bathroom or poop. If I really need her to go quick, I say, you got to take a dump. I go, just, you got to take a dump. And she knows that means we're in a hurry. It's just, I'm telling you, this dog is, and then it can read my mind. Crazy as hell. Man, just trees are falling over everywhere. Now she's laying down there. She blends in. You'll see her. It's just every dog around here is a big dog, and she's a overweight little dog. She's probably, I know she's more than twice twice her should be weight. But I've gotten her down. I've cut her down a third because she was probably 3 times too much. I swear, poor thing. Oh, I had a pit bull one time, and oh yeah, also I forgot to include facial commands, or expressions and certain clicks and whistles and stuff like that. I forgot to add that in, and clicks of the finger, claps. My dog, this is the first dog I ever had that was so hard headed that I had to use the 1, 2, 3 number system. And she had, I mean, I ain't lying, man. I had this dog. I did her like, but she was something else, and she'd piss me off, and I'd be like, "You better behave." And if she wouldn't behave, I'd go 1, and if she kept on, I'd go 2, and then I go 3, and 3 would put her on the chain. Oh, and that'd break her heart so bad. I hated doing it. But I'd only do it for about 15 minutes. Then I'd walk up to her, go, and I'd shake my finger at her. I'd be like, now you're going to be good, right? And you got to use tone in your voice. But this dog is hard headed, I'm telling you. This dog is like, I don't know, there might be a person's soul trapped in that poor little canine. And I can communicate with them. I don't know, it's crazy. Rush editing. You got it in the printer yet? Oh man, there's a big old holly. All these squirrels are barking around here. Man, I need to get something to drink. My throat's getting dry. I hope I ain't getting sick. I shouldn't be, but man, my throat is so dry. That's a chestnut that the frost didn't get a hold of. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. I appreciate y'all coming in. Until next time, it's me.